It's impossible that you've not heard of Sociolla. Sociolla is my go-to place to buy everything that's related to beauty. What I like about Sociolla is that it carries both local and international products and is a one-stop destination for everything beauty related in Indonesia and slowly Southeast Asia. Double-digit millions of people have bought from Sociolla. 2.5 million people have contributed to the reviews that you and I both read. This didn't happen overnight. It's been 8 years in the making. Hi, I'm Karissa Adelaide, and today I'm chatting with Chrisanti Indiana, co-founder and chief marketing officer of Sociolla, and also of Forbes 30 Under 30. Hi, Santi.
Hi, Karissa.
Welcome.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
So, let's start 8 years ago. What were you doing before, and what inspired you to start Sociolla?
I went to study design actually, so I worked for a few years in creative field. I actually worked a few years in a branding agency in Sydney when I was living there. And what inspired me to start Sociolla actually because of my personal interest. Like I love beauty. I think it started back then when I lived in Sydney, and I often go to beauty store trying on different products. And I think what interests me is because in beauty and personal care, there's so much innovation in it in terms of branding, in terms of creating like new products, creating like new technology, and like even like the brand itself is like really exciting. So I think that's like the two things that I like the most. And then I came back here, and then it's hard for me to get these products. Like it's hard for me to access like these beauty brands, especially the authentic ones. So I think that's how it's kind of like started.
Oh wow, you sound very passionate about it. Did you begin with the aim of becoming the largest beauty destination in Indonesia?
I wouldn't say that's the way I think about it. It's more like when I came back to Indo, and then I was like, it's hard to find authentic beauty products in Indonesia back then. The awareness is still very low. I know the interest is growing, like even like with the social media, right? Like people are like looking at the other like country who has like different brands. People are looking for it, but there's no like retailer or like platform that sells this product. I'm the perfect example of like the consumer and the problem, right? The issue, like I want to shop, I cannot shop. I want to get the authentic product, I cannot get it. So we talk about it, and we did some research, and we found that there's a huge opportunity in this market, especially Indonesia. That in beauty and personal care industry that we can tap in, and we believe in what we're the product that we're building. So that's how we started with e-commerce, with Sociolla as a e-commerce for beauty, but 100% BPOM certified and authentic.
I mean, the ecosystem sounded very early when you had started, right? What were the initial challenges that you and your co-founders faced when you were trying to build Sociolla?
As I mentioned before, like the awareness of authentic beauty product was pretty low at that time. So the challenge was how to educate the market, especially the consumer, that you really need to get the authentic products because it's for your skin, right? Like there's makeup, skincare, like body care. It affects your body. So I think it's very important to 100%, need to be authentic, right? So building that awareness was a challenge. At that time, there's no one else like talking about the same thing like us. They don't talk about 100% BPOM. So we need to be out there like, shouting that you need to be 100% BPOM, find the right products for you, and then also working with brands because we didn't came from a beauty industry background, right? Three of us came from different background, and also I just came back to Indo as well, so I don't have any network and all. So the other challenge is how to convince the brand to go online. They're basically mostly offline, and they have stores or they're like inside department stores, and they see that the online market is very much cluttered with fake products as well. So those two are, I think, the biggest challenge when we first started, like to convince the consumer like how to shop, and also like the brands on how to work with us.
So many beauty platforms have emerged, both local and international brands. They've started entering Indonesia. What do you think makes Sociolla stand out from the rest?
We are a very consumer-centric brand, so we want to focus on how to make their beauty experience better. Since day one, like we focus on the vision on how we can build access to women across Indonesia to get access to beauty products, like especially the authentic one. That's the focus since day one. Like we don't really think on how to differentiate from the other, but we focus on our consumer. So today the focus is how this ecosystem can work with different stakeholders, not only consumers but also the brands, the distributor, the retailers. Like we want to work with them. What we believe is in this beauty industry is not about like who wins, but it's more like how we can actually enlarge the market, like together with the other stakeholders. That's the focus. We grow from opening access to women, and today we focus on the she market. We call it she-ecosystem. We want to help her, which is the women, not only for beauty and personal care product, but all of the things that can help her to do their self-care. So that's like a bigger purpose for us other than beauty and personal care industry, like the story like goes.
Wow, super inspiring. So there's 3 co-founders, right? John, Chris, and yourself. How did you allocate roles in the first place, and how did you allocate roles and responsibilities amongst the 3 of you?
Okay. Well, a lot of people like ask me that, like, how do you work with your other 2 co-founders, especially they're like male and like I'm female, and then this is a beauty industry as well. Well, the story is quite simple actually. We came from different backgrounds. Like I told you I came from creative, more like creative things, and then Chris was running a family business in fishery, which is like totally different. And then John was in banking. So it's like totally different world. What's very important, and we realized that along the way as well, is like how as a partner you need to have the same vision. Like we have to have the same vision and goals and focus on that. And you need to trust each other. You know that you're in it like for a bigger purpose. It's not about you, it's not about your business, it's not about like the individual in the team, but it's more like how we can work together, and we believe in this vision, and how we can work towards that goal. The good thing about that differences is it actually gives us more ideas in like tough times, because we have different views on things. It also gives us different outputs as well, like because we have different skills, so like we can also like help each other in different things that we don't know, right? So I think that's actually a good thing that we're like we're together. In any relationship, whether it's like professional relationship or like personal relationship, communication is the key, right? Like you won't understand what other people are thinking. You won't know like what's inside their brain unless you try to communicate. So we want it to work, right? So we need to work on it. So communicating is, I think, one of the key.
Got it. Thanks for sharing, Santi. If you have enjoyed our videos so far, please click like and subscribe. We put out new videos every week, and I'm sure you don't want to miss them.